Good morning, everyone. Once again, this is Blackforex coming to you with another pre-market analysis video. This morning, we're going to be looking at the Aussie USD, the Australian dollar, and the US dollar. Before we get to break it down this Forex pair, we have to state that this video is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice, but with that being said, let's see what we can do to help improve you guys' ability as traders. All right, so let's talk about the fundamentals real quick before we get to dive into the technical analysis. All right, so AUD has been one of our stronger currencies heading into the trading week. The last trading weeks has been having very good economic news. No inflation is really being suffered by the Australian economy. Now, this is the dual side to that coin. The Australian dollar is also considered a panic currency, which means that as soon as there is global panic within the world, this currency automatically starts to lose value. Okay, so you have to take that in consideration what was going on with the geopolitical events happening in Europe between the European conflict of Russia and Ukraine. All right. Now, with the USD, as I stated in previous videos, despite how it has good economic news coming out, there's an overall dark cloud hanging over USD from the inflation being suffered by the American economy, which is having a negative effect on the American dollar and not making it a strong currency. Okay, but also that is a dual effect to that as well, with the USD acting as a non-traditional safe haven currency throughout this European conflict between Russia and Ukraine, which I believe is due to America being the major country to push for sanctions against Russia. All right. So with that being said, let's look at the technical analysis. Well, it's pretty obvious our trajectory is that price looks like it wants to go up. So this was the opening of the market, price pushed up, and now we're ranging out, which is good because we're in an area where price dropped previously. Let's look at this. Okay. Price dropped previously once it got to this area, very drastically. Price dropped previously very drastically. And yeah, price dropped drastically last time. But now we're in that same area. Price is stalling. This is good. Sellers did try to come in, but the buyers came back up. Sellers did try to come in, now the buyers come back up. So we're going to look for a break towards this upside before we continue with our buy for the rest of the week. Okay. Now there is a possibility in which we do have changes in our current global political atmosphere, which going on in Russia and Ukraine, in which that conflict can become a lot more aggressive or starts to lean towards more of a global conflict than a European conflict. Then what's going to happen is we're going to start to have a very negative reaction, and we're going to start to have a push down very, very aggressively. No range, no nothing. Just a push down as we've seen here when Putin put the troops on the border. Okay. So right now, what we'll be leaning towards is a long position, but what we're going to wait for is a break in this range towards the upside, slight push down before it continues to go up. That is our strongest possible scenario, but also we have to look into the possibility that things start to get a lot more aggressive in Europe not for the good, but for the worse, in which this would cause a sell-off on this current Forex pair. Okay. I hope that information was helpful for you guys. Happy trading.